Hi, this is Suchi, and in this video, I am going to talk about intrinsic NumPy array creation functions. If you remember in our previous video, I have covered the conversion from other Python structures like list, tuple, these things. In this video, I am going to talk about the intrinsic NumPy array creation functions. So there are some array creation functions in NumPy which can also be used to create NumPy arrays. So let us start. So if we go to this method, intrinsic NumPy array creation function, here also we will be able to create 1D array, 2D array, and n-dimensional array. That means more than 2-dimensional array is also supported. There is one method which is arrange. So numpy.arange method, which will actually behave like another method that you have already studied in Python. There is one function in Python which is range function, range method. And with the help of range, if you remember, we can create series where we can actually specify start, stop before, and the step value. And with the help of that, it will be creating a range object which can be further converted into list, tuple, or other series. So other data types. And a similar type of thing we can do here with the help of arrange in NumPy, which will be returning a NumPy array. So let us look into this, how it works. Let me run all the cells above this cell first. Okay, now let us look into this function, arrange. Arrange is nothing but a range. If we just try with this, let me run this cell and let me explain what is happening here. So here you can see I'm just passing 5 and it is returning 0 to 4. So it is starting with 0, it is stopping before 5, the value we have provided, and it is increasing each value in this NumPy array with 1. So why this is similar to range I have told? Let me show you. There is this range method in Python which can further be converted into list. So let me just have this first, range 5. Okay, if I do that, you can see this is showing me a range 0 to 5. And if I convert this into list, what will happen is here you can see the similar kind of thing, 0 1 2 3 4, and this is also having 0 1 2 3 4. So arrange is also behaving as range. And in range, if you remember, we had 3 parameters. The first parameter was the start parameter. So the first thing was start, second thing was stop before, and the third thing was step value. Okay, same thing, similar thing we have in arrange. There are few more things which we can do with arrange which we cannot do with range, that I am going to discuss within a while. So let me just show you. This is the range, right? Now, as I mentioned, the start value also we can provide here. So if we do not provide the start value, that is optional. Here, the end value we are providing. But if we want to provide the start value, we can provide it at the as a first parameter. But we have to remember that start value is optional, and by default, it will hold a value 0. So if we do not mention any start value, it will take 0 because that is the default value. And for step also, step is optional. But if we want to provide step, we definitely need to provide the start also. And otherwise, we have to pass it as a keyword argument. So step value is also optional. But if we do not provide the step value, what will be the value? The value will be nothing but 1, because 1 is the default value of step. Now let us look into another example with this list. Okay, let me just have it like this. Print L1. Okay, then I'll add another. I'll print that as well. So if you look into this, I'm going to provide the start value and the step as well. So I want to start with 2 and end before 10. That means 2 to 9. These values I want. But I don't want the odd values. So I will just have the step as 2. So it will take 2, 4, 6, 8. And let me just run this. Here you can see 2, 4, 6, 8. What I exactly wanted, it is giving me. So this is the step value I have assigned. If I don't assign the step value, definitely it will give me 2 to 9, 2 to 9, all the values. Here you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can specify the step value if I wish to change the step. Now, what I need to do? I need to create a NumPy array with the same logic that I can easily do. The arrange will be giving us the similar type of NumPy array if we pass this thing. So we can also use this, provide this start value, start value, stop before, and the step value in the arrange. It will work exactly similar like this range function, but instead of giving back a range object, it will be giving NumPy array. So let me show you how it behaves. So here you can see ARR1 is nothing but an NumPy array. We can just check the data type as well. Type of ARR1 is ndarray. So that's the thing. Now there is one thing which range cannot do, but NumPy arrange can do. That is nothing but the fractional values. So let me comment these out and let me show you how range will behave if we pass the real numbers. Here we are just providing integers. But if I try to provide some float values, let's say I'm just adding a dot here or dot 0, whatever it is. Okay. So let me just run this. Here you can see there is a type error because it is expecting integer only here in the range function. But this same thing we can perform in NumPy without any error, without getting any error. So let me show you that. Okay, I'm just passing the same thing here. And let me add this print statement. Okay, so let me run this. And here you can see we are having 2.0, 4.6.8 points. So we are having float values. And if we just check the data type of this, let me check this. So here you can see the data type is nothing but float 64, which has been interpreted from the values itself, because the start value, the end value, these are float. So it has interpreted the final output value from this start and stop values. Now, if we want to specify the data type, even if we are providing something like this, let's say I'm going to provide this as 2 and this as 10.5. Okay. So what should happen? This will be giving me float values. And as I have given 10.5, that means 10 will also be included because 10 is now lesser than the upper limit, which is 10.5. So it will stop before 10.5. So 10 will be included in our output. Okay. So let me just run this. So here you can see 2 point, 4 point, 6 point, 8 point, and 10 point. These are coming. Now the data type is becoming float. But if we wish it to be integer, then what we should do? There is another parameter in np.arange. That parameter is nothing but dtype parameter, where we can actually specify the parameter type. So let's say I want it in integer, so I can specify this and I can run this here. I can run this, and sorry, this will be for array 3. So here you can see the data type of array 3 has become integer as we have specified it with the help of dtype parameter. So let us just have a look into this np.arange. It is not a big thing. It is as simple as range, but it also supports float values. So it also supports data type conversion of the output as well. So let me just run a help function on np.arange. And if we do that, here you can see this is the start, which is optional. This is the stop, which is mandatory. And then the step, which is again optional. And then comes the data type, which is definitely initiated with none. If we do not specify anything, it will be extracting the data type of the from the values based on the start or the step, based on the start or the stop or the step. Now there is one more parameter, which is like, and this like is here. If you look into the documentation, you will understand that this is to, we have to pass an array like object here, and it will be allowing us to creation of arrays which are not numpy arrays. So we want numpy arrays only. We are talking about numpy array creation. So I am not going to discuss this like parameter right now. So apart from this like parameter, the start, stop, step, and data type, these 4 parameters we are going to use to create numpy array. So this is all about the arrange method in numpy. Let's discuss about the other methods in upcoming videos. Till then, keep learning, keep implementing. Thank you for watching.